The mysterious, strange,
What is that?
paranormal. In a time where technology and science seems to point us further and further away from the supernatural, something about a bizarre coincidence, creepy urban legend, or a classic ghost story keeps us wanting more. An eerie light accompanied by the sound of a ghost train. Does the spirit of a preacher still looking for his lost child haunt this low-country road? Or is this just another urban legend waiting to be debunked? Find out as we took a trip to Jacksonboro to see the truth for ourselves on this series premiere episode of Weird Things with Ward.
The Lowcountry region of South Carolina is one of the most beautiful places along the East Coast. However, it's also known to be one of the most haunted places and is home to many of its own ghost stories, including the Jacksonboro Light.
Legend has it, long ago a little girl went missing in the Jacksonboro community. Her father, a preacher at a nearby church on Parker's Ferry Road, went looking for her in the night with a lantern, when he was struck by a passing train. Locals say his ghost still haunts the small town, appearing as a light in the distance, accompanied by the sound of a train.
Parker's Ferry Road may not seem like much during the daytime, but at night, this 3-mile-long stretch of road hides a secret. The urban legend known as the Jacksonboro Light appears only a few hundred feet behind me.
Curiosity leads many skeptics and fans from all over the state camped out on Parker's Ferry Road every night, hoping to catch a glimpse of something spectacular. Intrigued and wanting to know more, I gathered a team of other SGTV reporters to take a trip to the Lowcountry ourselves, hoping to find out the truth behind what's really going on with the infamous Jacksonboro Light.
All right, so we're officially in the Lowcountry now. We are on our way to Jacksonboro to see if we can find a couple locals to talk to about the light. And then later, when it gets dark, we're gonna see if we can see the light for ourselves. But look how gorgeous this area is with the trees just overhanging over the road. It's really beautiful down here, but we're ready to see the light.
After a long trip on the road with a couple brief excursions, the team made it to Jacksonboro. With nightfall fast approaching, we parked at the spot on Parker's Ferry Road where the ghost light supposedly appears, hoping to catch a glimpse of what hundreds claim is an experience with the dead. Many say the trigger for the event is to flash your lights down the road and honk your horn. Soon after, you're supposed to hear the sound of a train whistle, followed by a ghostly light. Desperate for some results, we tried it for ourselves.
So we're here parked on Parker's Ferry Road right now. Supposedly, according to the legend, if we sit here and flash our lights 3 times and then honk our horn 3 times, we will first hear a train and then see the light. So let's see what happens.
After a few minutes parked with no results, finally we got something. Take a look.
Do you hear that? Mm-hmm. The do-do, do-do. That's how you know it's working. How creepy is that? So we're here on Parker's Ferry Road. And if you listen, you can hear the sound of a train. I kid you not. I don't know if it's just a coincidence. So close that I can almost hear it moving over the tracks. And there's a light appearing. Oh my God. And sure enough, a small light is appearing right in front of us. And there's a train. Let's see what happens. And sure enough, it looks like it's fading out. There it goes. Okay, so we're here on Parker's Ferry Road. We just flashed our lights, and sure enough, a light appeared. It's gone now. How creepy is that? Oh my god.
Scared and ready to get back home, we headed back to Columbia to look over our footage and talk to some experts about what they think may be causing this supernatural phenomenon. I sat down with Paul Sanders, chief investigator from South Carolina Paranormal Research and Investigations, in hopes of getting an expert opinion of what we might be seeing. I have some video here of some footage that we got of the ghost, what we think is the ghost light, right after we heard a train, and I want to see what you think about this footage and if you think there could be any explanations for it or any truth behind this.
So that's
this, we're on the road, and then that's like a street light in the distance.
Oh, wow. Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. That is pretty cool.
It's supposedly supposed to look like a ghost carrying a lantern.
I've heard some people think it's the train too.
Yeah.
Coming down the track. But what? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, I want to get out there and figure out what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And you think as long as the legend is, if it was something mundane that someone could say for sure, you know. That was pretty cool.
Getting it on camera.
And then there it goes.
And it just faded. That's
and
pretty
then
cool.
Fades out. So, back on ghost lights, you saw what we think is the Jacksonboro light.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that? Any explanations you can come up with of what you think that might be?
Think of one off the top of my head, like a logical explanation, because I haven't been there, I haven't seen the area, I haven't scoped it out. But one theory one of my members has is that it's something called residual energy. I don't know if you know what that is while you're doing. So there's basically like a couple of different types of haunting. So like an intelligent haunting is like, it's your grandma, she's in your house, you know, she's still there, she knows who she is, knows you're there and stuff like that. A residual haunting is kind of like, the way I explain a residual haunting is like, if I come in this room and I scream really loud and then I leave and a year later someone comes in here and they hear that scream, it's not necessarily energy of someone who's dead, it's just like an imprint kind of.
Eager and excited to get back on the road, the team and I headed back to Jacksonboro in hopes of being able to debunk what's causing the infamous ghost light.
All right, so it's day 2. We're on our way back to Jacksonboro right now, where we're going to try to see the light again and maybe do a little bit more investigating of what we think could be causing it. Yesterday, we saw the light. We heard the train twice, but one of the times we went down and saw it, we saw that there actually was a train. The other time, we didn't see one. So we have 2 cars today. We're going to kind of like station out, one down the road, one where you trigger the light, and see if we can figure out what's really going on. So we took a small detour to the Pon Chapel of Ease, also on Parker's Ferry Road. And what we've noticed is that we've been here for 2 hours, maybe more. No trains so far. We've heard no trains. So last night, 2 trains in the span of 20 minutes. Tonight, none so far. Maybe it's a thing that only happens at night, maybe not. In a few minutes, we'll find out.
Okay, Ward. You can do it now. Yeah, do it again.
Right now, what's going on is we are parked on Parker's Ferry Road, trying to see if the light is real or not, or if the train is real. We hear the train right now. I don't know if you can hear it.
I'm on the way.
But the question is it a real train? So we have another car stationed at the end of the road, and we're seeing a light, but we're about to find out if that's an actual train or not. Stay tuned.
Okay, so it's all red. I don't see it. Maybe not.
I hear a train.
Do you still hear the train?
Yeah.
There's no... I see... Okay, yeah, that looks like they're up. They're up or down? No, they're definitely up. There's no train. Not flashing. Not flashing.
Wait, do you hear a train right now?
Do we?
Yeah. There is a very loud train here.
We have no train. It's too windy.
Are you kidding me?
It's not.
And we see a light at the end of the road. It's red. Or that might be you. Will you turn your car off or turn around or something so we can see if that's not you?
Turn it off. You still see it? Oh, wait. There, can you still see it?
No, okay, that was you.
Yeah.
And they're back on now?
There's no train. There's no train. Do you hear a train, Spencer? I hear it, yeah.
You hear the train?
It's
Yeah,
loud.
but there's no train at the end of the road. We'll go look. You hear the train? Very loud.
I just heard the train.
Oh, look.
Oh, the flashers are going down.
Yeah.
So they're coming now. There you go.
And it was the same exact sound that you normally heard?
Yeah.
So turns out we hear the train. There is in fact a train at the end of the road. We don't see the light, but we do see their taillights at the very end of the road. So now we're gonna see, I think we may have debunked what's causing the train whistle. It is an actual train. But now we're gonna see if we can figure out what's causing the light. So we're gonna try to recreate what we see, okay? We're gonna get you guys to go on the other side of the road and start driving towards us. And then at a certain point, and just keep, like, go a mile down the other side of the road, okay? And then keep driving towards us. And then at a certain point in time, I want you to turn off of the road. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then see if it looks like it's the light disappearing.
We're almost to... We're crossing the railroad tracks now.
Okay, I see your headlights now, I think. But I did just flash my lights 3 times.
Okay, do you see us now? And now you don't. You see us less?
I see you less now, yeah.
Okay, now turn left for him to see if he's...
Okay, your light is gone now. I don't see any lights at all. Keep coming this way. I think I see you.
That's definitely me. I see your hazard.
Yeah, okay, I see the light.
Definitely.
You're coming this way, right?
Yeah. Alright, keep going.
Alright, okay, this is what I'm gonna try. Now stop coming this way. Just stop in the road real quick. There's nobody behind you, is there?
No.
And then turn your car to the left.
Okay.
Like as if you're turning off the road.
But even though there's nothing to turn to. Look at that.
Look at that.
That looks like it.
Looks like what we've been seeing to me.
Yeah, it
And then
definitely
turn off your lights.
There you go.
Okay, so we're sitting here on Parker's Ferry Road. We just sent a couple of our buddies up the road to see if they could simulate something that looks and sounds like what we've been seeing. And what we realized is that it's very possible that the Jacksonboro light is just a train passing and a car coming down the road, looking like a light that's fading in and out, going over hills and stuff. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that the Jacksonboro light is not really a ghost. Bummer. It's been a long couple days here in Jacksonboro, and we're about to head home. A little bit disappointed, not gonna lie, that we have debunked what is causing the infamous Jacksonboro ghost light. Now we're headed home.
While we couldn't decide if we were happy or sad to debunk our first myth, we were tired and ready to get some rest before our next adventure. For SGTV News 4, I'm Ward Jolles.